All right, guys, 6:53, 22.6 degrees. Another chilly morning on the Continental Divide Trail. Midnight is still back at camp, wrapping up her tent, putting her stuff together, and I am breaking out to get some water from this windmill up here, another mile or so. It is 19 miles to the next water source, which is at some ranger station, and 8 miles from here, which is to say 11 miles from the ranger station, is a cool geological feature, like a big stone. All right, guys, 7:06 a.m., 22.8 degrees. Still chilly. Definitely a bit of a chilly night, but that's all right. I slept okay. Midnight is just wrapping up back at camp. I'm just leaving this windmill to get some water. Carrying out 5 liters of water because the next water source isn't for another 19 miles. Excuse me, that's a ranger station. So 5 liters should be great for 19 miles. That's no worries. Before we get to that ranger station, though, about 8 miles from here, there's going to be a pretty cool geological feature, like a sort of big stone arch, which both Midnight and myself are pretty excited about. Yeah, I don't know. I have like another 2 or 3 miles before I get onto Highway 117. Malpais Highway, I think is what it's called, or something like that. And there's not going to be a lot of shooting aside from that arch today, just because, I mean, it's just going to be Malpais Highway until we get to Grants, really, sometime tomorrow morning. So pretty boring highway walk type situation. But hopefully that arch will be cool. Hopefully that arch will be cool indeed. There might be some lava up on the west side of the highway too. Well, lava rock, lava stone, whatever. Which might make for some interesting shots. I guess we'll just have to see how it goes. But yeah, anyways, not a whole lot really to catch you up on. I mean, slept all right and it's cold this morning. That's about the long and short of it. We got a long water carry and a pretty boring highway walk. So that's where we're at. But yeah, I guess I'll get to it, and definitely check in with you guys a little later. So talk to you then. All right, 9:30, 61.2 degrees. Ran into these troublesome lot.
Hello.
I don't even know if that'll work with the sun. Let me come around this side.
Uh-oh. We're bad side.
So there's Topper 700 and Scout, Midnight back there in the back. I think they're gonna take the reasonable option and go along the road.
Safety.
Midnight and myself are gonna live on the edge, quite literally actually, and go up this narrow rim trail, and then hope that we can either bushwhack off a cliff or bushwhack to another trailhead, which sounds great. But yeah, it's 4.5 miles to get us off the road anyways, right? Yeah, I mean, really, what's the worst that could happen? I mean, come on. All right, with that, I'll check in later. 1:01 p.m., 74.4 degrees, and I am on an old forest road, if you can't tell. Midnight Chocolate and I did make it around the end of that, the end of that, what is it called? Whatever that little alternate that we took was, kind of the high route, if you will. But then when we got down to the spot that we looked at possibly coming down off the cliff, it just looked way too hairy. It's definitely a little too treacherous for either one of us, and so we kind of bailed on that plan and decided instead to go for the backup plan, which seemed much simpler, which was simply bushwhacking for 2 or 3 miles to pick up another trail and get back to Highway 117. Well, we got separated. Not sure. I did just get a text message from her that she's safe with eyes on the highway. And at this point, now that I've made it back to a forest road, I know where I am. And I mean, I've known where I am the whole time. It's just a matter of trying to get where I'm going. So, so now I'm on this old forest road. I'm going to find my way back down to the highway. But I have lost one of my 2 Birkin Crocs, man. It just must have fallen right out of my pack during some of this bushwhacky business. And I've also punctured my CNOC water bladder, which is on the back of my pack there. May or may not be able to see some kind of high visibility tenacious tape that I used to kind of patch it up. So we'll see how well that holds. But yeah, man, losing the Birkenstock is definitely a bummer. Getting separated is definitely a bummer. But you know, all's well that ends well. I should be a mile and a half or so from the highway. Ooh, sorry, I didn't put on the windscreen. Sorry if there's wind noise. But yeah, kids, let it be a lesson. Coming down cliffs isn't super easy, and bushwhacking is not always as straightforward as it sounds. So if you like your Birkin Crocs and you like your water bladders and you like the people you're hiking with, pretty easy to lose all 3 of those if you're going to be bushwhacking. So, well, lesson learned. No real harm done. It's been a pretty day. It's been a pretty hike. I'm gonna get back down to this highway and maybe stick to road walking the rest of the day, but it's been fun. All right, I'll check in with you guys later. Guys, 6:46, 80.6 degrees according to the thermometer, and I've reached camp for the night. So Midnight Chocolate here, 700 is here, Scout is here, Half Mile is here, and Topper is here. And where here is whatever, probably about 9 miles or so from Grant's. And yeah, tonight's gonna be another cowboy camp night. So there's my bunk, as she were, over there. And panning around this way, there's the reason why we're cowboy camping tonight. Get a perfect little sunset. Midnight Chocolate's gonna be joining me on a cowboy camp.
No one else. I don't know why.
I don't know why either, man.
Best spot in the freaking camp.
Yeah, it's definitely. I mean, that's solid. We might be regretting it if it gets real cold later, but whatever, man. What does my tent keep me? An extra 5 degrees or something? if that.
So
And
it's gonna be 10 degrees warmer tonight.
yeah.
So only 5 degrees warmer.
Yeah, that's not bad. I mean, I was okay last night. Whatever, I'll wrap myself up in my tent if I need to, so. Yeah, today was an interesting day with that bushwhacking and getting separated and coming back together and all this and that. But with the exception of a lost Birkenstock and a torn CNOC bladder, I guess it all came out okay. So so that's fine. And then Grant's is what, 9 miles that way, I think. I doubt she'll make it out, but there's the interstate right at sort of the base, at least from this perspective, right at sort of the base of the furthest mountain, sort of where the mountain connects to the horizon there. So I have no idea how far I went today because I didn't turn on my Gaia tracking, but I'll try and map it and put it at the beginning of this video, so you probably already saw it. But gosh, my face looks red. Anyways, anything else? Malpais has been beautiful. Beautiful area. Beautiful rock formations. Again, there's the view. We'll get some nice stars tonight and a nice sunset first. So I'll set up a time lapse for the sunset so you all can enjoy that, and then we'll go out with that, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.